What is up, guys? I am that boarding school dude. Welcome to another episode. Today, I have something for you. It is a school that is literally 15 minutes away from where I live. It is located on the Philadelphia main line. That is the western suburbs of downtown Philadelphia. Today, we will be reviewing Valley Forge Military Academy. Let's go. Okay guys, thanks so much. Welcome back. If you haven't done so already, please like the video, comment down below, and most importantly, I was gonna subscribe to the channel. It really helps, means a lot. Thanks so much. So, Valley Forge Military Academy. From what I understand, Valley Forge Military Academy is the state of Pennsylvania's military academy. It is a boarding school, grades 7 through 12, all male, and they also have a college available there as well, which is co-ed. Let me just jump straight into some quick facts about Valley Forge Military Academy. Okay, Valley Forge Military Academy, all boys 7 through 12, non-denominational Christian. It was founded in 1928. The campus is 100 acres large. 250 students, 13% international students, 99% of the students board. Average SAT score, 1090.
Oh! We need some milk!
They do not offer a post-grad year. No Saturday classes. The dress code is formal. And let me tell you, growing up around the Philadelphia area, sometimes you will see Valley Forge Military Academy cadets out and about, like in town, at the mall, and they are always dressed extremely formally, even when they're not in school. They look like cadets. They look, I think they're called cadets. They look like military students. Very buttoned up, starch, pressed, collared shirts, shine shoes, the whole 9 yards. I have been on Valley Forge Military Academy's campus. My initial thoughts right off the bat is that it looks super nice from the outside, and I don't want to say like very patriotic looking, but it kind of looks like, I don't know, whatever you would imagine patriotic looking buildings to look like. That's kind of what it looks like from the outside. I've been on the campus, and I've been in some of like the buildings. I will say that my initial thoughts were that it looks kind of dated. I believe their endowment is around $10 million, which is on the rather low side. I believe that the tuition there is around $37,000 a year. I think 85% of the students are on financial aid. But let's jump into a video and let's check out Valley Forge Military Academy. Full disclosure, before we even get into the video, I've taken my little guy to Valley Forge. He owns a couple Valley Forge Military Academy sweatshirts. I have a Valley Forge Military Academy throw blanket in my formal living room right now. It has a giant eagle and George Washington on it. It's pretty cool. But anyway, let's jump into a video and check it out.
Success does not happen by chance. It is an investment made today that will pay off over a lifetime.
It's cool.
At Valley Forge Military Academy, success is what we aim for every day. Our beautiful 100-acre campus in Wayne, Pennsylvania lays the foundation of your son's future. The same foundation we've been building in our cadets since 1928. Valley Forge Military Academy is a college preparatory school with a military tradition.
Is it just me? That looks really fun. I'm sure it's not fun to go there every single day, but maybe for a long weekend, that looks like it could be pretty cool.
Cadet life is centered on the core of cadets and
completely non-related. That is the Philadelphia Union's stadium, the Major League Soccer team in Philadelphia. That's their stadium. I have front row seats.
5 cornerstones: academic excellence, character development, personal motivation, physical development, and leadership. These cornerstones, paired with our military model, refine our cadets' accountability, respect, time management, and critical thinking skills.
Is it just me, or I feel like this is the complete antithesis to every experience that you could have at like another non-military private boarding school? I mean, think about all these like benchmarks they just rattled out here. You know, respect, integrity, blah 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 blah. I don't think any of the other schools I've ever reviewed have ever even mentioned like these like bullet points. I don't know what that says about like private boarding schools today. Um, Man, I really like these though.
Offering a balanced and effective method of challenging our cadets in a safe and secure environment. Our class sizes are kept small to ensure your son won't get lost in a sea of raised hands. Valley Forge offers advanced and honors coursework, SAT prep courses, and intensive English language courses for international cadets. High-achieving cadets can even earn college credit by enrolling in courses at Valley Forge Military College, also on campus, at no additional charge.
Interesting. No additional charge. I know they have an ROTC program here as well. Let's keep going.
A successful cadet at Valley Forge succeeds in and out of the classroom. We offer new
Notable alums, National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster, NFL wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald, and none other than the penultimate required reading of every high schooler in America, J.D. Salinger went here, wrote A Catcher in the Rye. I remember when I was at boarding school in ninth grade reading A Catcher in the Rye, I always kind of felt like, well, the school that I went to at the time, it was only like 15 minutes away from there. I felt like it was right down the road, just like through the text. I don't know, whatever.
clubs and activities, including PIAA athletic teams, rifle club, band, and our motorized unit. Camaraderie is not an accident at Valley Forge, it is a guarantee. Each cadet joins a brotherhood of alumni that spans the world, including Wes Moore, General Norman Schwarzkopf, Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster, and Larry Fitzgerald. Nearly a century of experience is invested into the cadets at Valley Forge Military Academy.
That looks amazing. I'm sure they don't do that during like the school week, but that just looks so awesome. If they could get like their average SAT score into like the 1200s, man, this school would be awesome to go to. I'm really concerned about that average 1090 SAT score though. I don't know what that's a function of.
Our graduates are better prepared for the challenges of adulthood. Give your son all the tools he needs to succeed in school, in his future career, and in life.
When I was like in high school, I remember getting asked to go to some like formals for other schools. Like these girls went to like an all girls school, and we went to like their formals and stuff. Um, and I remember like going to these formals, and there would be like a couple cadets from Valley Forge like at these formals, and they were like they were squared away. Let me just tell you that. I mean, their hair was always like really well coiffed. Like they were always clean shaven, and they just looked, you know, like really, really squared away. Kind of like the guys that if you're like a dad and you have a daughter who's in high school and she has to go to like a formal, you would love for your daughter to be accompanied by a cadet at Valley Forge because you know that like number one, that guy's gonna like have the utmost respect for your daughter, and I don't know, it's just kind of like I don't know what dad wouldn't want their like daughter to date like a man in uniform. I know I would. I don't have a daughter, but if I did, like I would.
Forge your future at Valley Forge Military Academy.
Nice. Let's check out another. This one is called A Day in the Life of a Cadet.
and I was going through the new cadet system my freshman year. It was not easy. It's a very difficult and challenging process.
Okay.
And it's hard. The hardest thing for me to adjust to was not only being away from home, but also time management. There are so many obligations that Culver provides you with to keep yourself busy so that you don't become homesick or anything like this. They're always keeping you busy, always having to think about something. It's very stressful, but ultimately it's going to pay off later on in life. My name is
When I was like 15 or 16 years old, I played on a traveling baseball team. It was an American Legion baseball team. And I remember one guy on our team, he went to Valley Forge. And this guy was like a bull. I mean, he was just like an absolute barrel-chested pipe hitter, man. I mean, just a total stud. Squared away, clean cut. I feel like every young man that goes to Valley Forge is like, has to be that way, or they're just going to get PT'd until they die.
Buxkey, and I'm the first mate unit commander of Company C.
Guys, shaved our lives. All these guys made a difference, put in the effort. We want to do that for you guys. We are here to be bashful. We're here to disrespect you. We're here to take this car that you guys have for yourself, and we're going to lift it. We're going to make you work. And we're going to expect more than anything you've ever expected of yourself. Is that understood? Sir, yes, sir. Go, let's do it, boy.
Nice. Could you imagine any of these activities going down at any other like leftist leaning majority of America, like private boarding schools? No way. This is awesome.
So at 7:30, we wake up to the cannon at Reveille. There's a bugler making the call for Reveille, and
I like
the
that.
guard is raising the flags.
When I hear that, I immediately think of the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket.
So you're a killer? Sir, yes, sir. Let me see your war face. Sir, you got a war face? Ah, that's a war face. Now let me see your war face. Ah!
That guy was awesome. Guy needs to brush up on his revelry right there. Sounds a little out of tune.
Notice, sir. Jolly company, sir. Notice. Reveille is Saturn, sir. Uniform of the day is duty A, sir.
Inside the barracks, everybody has just woken up. They're getting done their personal hygiene, and they're going to get ready for PI. PI stands for personal inspection. It's where the new cadets get their uniforms and their rooms ready to standards for the military mentor when they go around to inspect.
Look at that. I mean, they're just really squaring everything away. And I bet you that if it's not like they're like upperclassmen who come and check their room, I can't even imagine if it's like a DI or a drill instructor coming through and checking it. And it must sound like an absolute tornado coming up those steps and just going in rooms and just flipping beds, and just it's like a hurricane. I don't know if it's like that, but man, if that is, man, what an experience. Awesome.
After PI, we get ready for BRC formation. That is breakfast roll call. We all line up.
Look how young that kid is.
Outside the barracks, and we march over to the dining hall to eat breakfast together as a unit.
The kid was small. I can't imagine. Like, I'm sure there is hazing that goes on here, but I bet if you get caught, you're in deep shit. don't know. I think those socks might be out of regulation. They're a little low.
So after breakfast, we come back to the barracks and we start getting our rooms ready for PI again. Make sure that all the little details are done, and then the inspectors will be going through the rooms, to their respective rooms.
This is totally not like any other boarding school experience. I mean, granted, it's military school, it's still boarding school, but I don't want to say it doesn't look fun. I mean, it like I think if you're a guy and you're into like the I don't know, just like guy stuff, like you know, like when I was a kid, I used to love to play like army, and I don't know. I bet this is like cool for a little bit, and then I bet like the luster of it probably wears off after a while. I bet these guys can't wait for summer or like Christmas break. They're probably like dying to get out of there.
That they're looking perfect.
Like I went to an all guys boarding school and it sucked. Number one because there wasn't girls there, but like I don't know, it's just like. But this is like all boys boarding school to like the umph degree.
So 8:15, everyone's done with PI. It's been conducted, and everyone's getting all of their books and binders and whatever class materials they need for their respective classes for the day. They're locking their rooms and they're heading out to class. They're in class from 8:30 to 3:15 in the afternoon. At 3:15, school ends, and this is called academic time. The cadets have time to go meet with their teachers that they might have trouble or struggles in with that class and get extra help, or maybe even work on their homework for that night. So after 4 o'clock, people are coming back to the barracks and getting their athletic stuff ready for whatever sports practice they may have at 4:15.
Like I remember having to play against Valley Forge Military Academy in a couple sports. I think it was like wrestling, basketball. I wasn't on those teams because I didn't play those sports. Well, I wrestled in ninth grade, but I always remember them like not being too good. I think they were really good at football, but everything else, I thought they were pretty sure they were just like very average.
Around 6 o'clock, practices are over and cadets are heading back to barracks to do personal hygiene, shower, get prepared after practice so that they can get on red rector uniform and head out to dinner. After dinner, new cadets will have to come back to the unit and get their uniforms ready for the uniform inspection that they have at their duty lineup, which will be around 7:30.
Man, does that mean they can't go to? They have to go to dinner in like slacks and a collared shirt? I guess so. Wow.
After the new cadets get inspected, they will conduct their duties. Some have to clean the bathroom, some have to sweep the halls, some people have to prepare the lounge. Their duties vary, and it switches every week. After that, they have some time to go back to their rooms and get started on their homework before CQ starts. CQ stands for close quarters, and it's from 8 to 10. It's 2 hours of working time where the barracks are completely silent and all the cadets can work on their homework. Things that they should not be doing during CQ are talking, traveling to other rooms, or just not doing their homework. Cell phones are also a big distraction during CQ. All cadets should not be distracted by their phones or be checking social media. They should be getting their homework done to the best of their ability. 10 o'clock, when CQ is over, they have some time to conduct personal hygiene and get ready for the next duty day.
It's like the fourth personal, or no, it's like the third personal hygiene. I bet they have another room inspection before they go to bed. My God.
10:30, the BI and EDO are coming around to make sure that we have perfect attendance for anyone who's here or absent, and people are getting ready for bed.
See those dorms? Like, I don't know. those dorms, like the hallway where it's like subway tiles, and I don't know, it doesn't really give you that like warm and fuzzy feeling, does it? Is that just me? It definitely seems like a very sterile environment, almost like Catholic school hallways or something like that. Not that it's supposed to be, but I don't know.
That was. Hi guys. Okay.
Okay. Okay, there you have it. Just two very quick videos on Valley Forge Military Academy. Man, my thoughts right out of the gate are, I think that it would definitely be challenging to go there for a multitude of reasons. Number one, there's no girls. And, you know, at that age, personally for myself, I found it necessary to have the opposite sex going to school with me. I think it lends itself for like young men to like essentially socialize better with people around them. However, that being said, I think that there is a mystique about military academy where people automatically think that you were a bad kid and you got sent there. And I'm sure that there's a small percentage of those kids who that may be the truth for. I don't believe for the majority of students that's the way it is anymore. I'm pretty sure that if you don't want to be there, they're probably going to find a way or figure a way out to wash you out. There's no way that you're going to not be asked to leave if you're just not pulling your weight. So, in any event, I do think it would be cool to go there for a little bit. Almost kind of like boot camp light. I mean, when you go to boot camp in the military, it's typically for like 12 to 13 weeks. Some of them are like 14 weeks, but you know, that's like 3 months. And this would be for almost a little bit more than double that for the whole year. I think it would be cool for like a semester. Anything past that, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that there's some things that really make it hard, you know, just that regimented schedule. You got to have your head screwed on right, for sure. But I will say this, I bet you do graduate from there coming out really polished. And also, I wouldn't find it odd that a lot of these people end up going into the military afterwards, or even going to some of the academies like West Point or Annapolis. However, I do know that West Point and Annapolis are harder to get into than Harvard. So I don't know. It's a good question. I'd like to dive into that more and see like what's really, how many students actually end up going to the academies. That being said, I know that they do have an ROTC there. So if you want to get a jump start on your military career, you can do that at Valley Forge, and that's not surprising. So, dude score. That boarding school dude, I am going to give the Valley Forge Military Academy, from what I saw and from my personal experience being on campus there, visiting, yada yada, I feel like a fair score would be 7.75 for Valley Forge Military Academy. I think it's a fair score. I think that they would definitely be in the 8s if they could get that average SAT score higher. But until then, I am sticking with my score, 7.75. And let me just give a big shout out to everybody who attended there. Well done. Well done. I think that nobody will scoff at you going to school there, because I feel like what they do there, they pump out some very squared away individuals. And not only that, but I think they probably graduate people from there who will have a very good respect for this country and for all of our service members. So a big thank you to all of our service members as well. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I know that's a quick video. There's a lot of good feedback on those top 5 videos. Maybe I'll pump out another one of those. But until then, thanks so much. See you soon.